Now then, welcome back to another episode of New Eriador. And over the last week, I've seen this develop, this build. It looks like it's going to be a cool looking windmill. Looks like it's going to be an awesome windmill right next to the wheat farm. And that coincides with me having this watermill over here, which I've built first level of. Well, the first floor-ish of it, just to be in keeping with it. And I wanted to build some more today. But in keeping with the style someone else put over here, and for another reason as well, which we'll sort of look at during this episode, I thought I'd start over here and have a look at what they've done over here. And I don't know who has made this yet. I haven't seen a video yet. So presumably a video of somebody making this will come out fairly soon on one of the New Eriador channels. I can't even make a guess, really, at who's done it. I kind of think it could be Bunny and Possum of making it. I kind of. But I don't know for sure, because there's a lot of good builders on the server. And the videos don't come out... the videos don't come out until after I've recorded sometimes. So I'm recording my episode now, and this may well have just come out as well on one of the channels. In the description below, you'll find that there's a link to the New Eriador website and all of the channels and everything. So if you guys spot who built this, you let me know in the comments below. But over here at the stockpile, like the stock room where everyone dumps everything they've got, I couldn't find any wool, any white wool. And I can't see that anyone's been using any white wool either, so it's not likely that there's been any brought over. And I'm not just missing it and feeling left out. But from all the mining people have been doing around here, there's a lot of diorite. So I thought, I could use diorite instead. I could use diorite blocks instead. So I figured I would use diorite blocks. Then I saw the windmill over there. As yet not finished windmill, but still. And I saw it in use. And I thought, that looks good actually. I quite like the look of that. Yeah, that would like arrange my mind and set it out with a plan. So instead of having wool, we're going to have these pure diorite blocks like this. And I think that'll be a good addition. I think they're a good addition to the game. For the style of build that I'm going to be doing, anyway, traditionally everybody would use wool, white wool. And, I wanted to see something different, because I haven't got enough white wool, basically. And I thought white clay, no, white clay's rubbish. White clay looks like pink. It's horrible stuff, white clay. But the diorite might just work. Now, I used up the last couple of bits of my white wool that I brought over here, just to see what this would look like, because this is kind of where the window was going to go. But now I'm thinking that isn't going to look too dissimilar and is going to feel a bit more textured. Because the white wool doesn't really have a texture, does it? It does have a texture. I'm not stupid. It does have an actual texture. But it doesn't have much of a texture, does it? In comparison to the diorite blocks, the white wool has a very flimsy texture. It doesn't have a lot to it. So I thought I would start updating and upgrading here to that kind of thing. This may as well be filled in altogether. This one, there's no real view out of that window, but I guess it should still have something like... And this one's got the stairwell in front of it, so I'll pop that there as well. Do I bother putting a window in those? I don't know. I was also thinking of putting on some kind of trapdoors on the outside to make shutters for the window, so the window wouldn't actually be a closed window as such. Let's use some of these up. I know I'm going to use most of these for the actual build that I'm doing today, but I want to see how this is going to look before we start doing it everywhere. Okay, so... It's kind of got the same feel as when we use the wool in builds, doesn't it? Yeah, I actually had them on those bits of wool up there, yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use these. Let's get up here. And build the next story using these diorite blocks instead. Flick that up. Flick that up. Okay. And we won't bother with those on there. I might put a window pane in as well. I think they used white stained glass over there. And if that's the kind of the building style... I do have my own building style, obviously, but in the same way as I did that tower and finished it off to be in keeping with what M-Dog was doing, I like to take someone else's style and build accordingly. I like it. I like having somebody like lay down the groundwork, as it were, of the design, and then I use it to match it in. I like matching into other people's work to blend my build in with their builds. And hopefully that makes it look good for them as well. And they appreciate that I'm taking the time to try and build in accordance to what they're doing. Like, everything I've done so far blends in perfectly with what everyone else is doing so far. We need a little bit more detail on those towers up there, but I'm not working on those yet. Not working on those this week. Alright, well, it's starting to look okay. It's getting there. We've done that second level, and I'm quite pleased with it. I've done a little bit of messing around with it off camera, just doing a few details here and there, just a little bit of a touch-up. I did full beams going between where I wasn't going to put windows, and I've made 2 high windows instead of 1 high windows in some of the other places. I don't know for sure if I like having the trapdoors. I'm not sure if I like having the trapdoors at the moment. I might have to change that for something else in the future, maybe. I don't know. You can't really put doors there, can you? So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. But I'm not so keen on trapdoors for these particular windows. Now started looking at it. I mean, it's not too bad. I know it's not too bad. I could do worse. May need something just underneath the window there. But I've also started putting stuff on to start supporting the build of the next level. I've put some cobblestone walls in. We're going to try and be slightly in keeping with what's going on in other builds. So we're just going to have a few little extra details that everyone else seems to be putting these sort of details on. And I tend to use them, but maybe not quite as much as everybody else uses them. Let's go inside. I've got some glowstone just up in the air for now. I've got to do better lighting, but that's good. And we've got a floor down, which is good as well. Okay, so did I get this one? No, I didn't. Okay, let's make some more. Just a few more. There we go. That should do us all. Pop some of those on quickly. Alrighty. So there we go. A few more finishing touches later, and we get the first floor done. And I've raised the roof of it, or I've raised the floor of the next floor 1, 2, 3 times now. 3 times I've raised it. So much messing about I've done. But I think that's about right for the finale of it. And those windows look okay. I've put some glass in. They look okay without those extra bits of half slabs there that I had. I had it going all up and down. Now I've got it straight. It looks okay. Looks okay. I think I might have to do something with those going around the outside though, just to smooth that off as well. But we'll see about that later. I want to get building on to the next bit, because I want to get at least the roof done this episode. So we're going to get working all the way up. Inside looks quite nice. I like that the beams are showing at the top now. It's a much bigger room than we started off. We started off with the ceiling just here, and I've moved 3 blocks higher to get the ceiling up there, which has meant that the stairwell has had to wind up a little bit and curl round a bit. But now it reaches onto this large upper floor. I think I want to keep just 1 upper floor. I don't need much more than that, but it's going to be quite a big building, I think. Quite a big building. And what we want to do now is kind of work off what we've got and build a structure around it. So, for instance, I'm going to put on each of those, I'm going to put a block. Why haven't I got one on this side? I haven't got one on this side. That's good. We can put that in quickly. There we go. I just want to show you the beginnings of this, and then we'll work on something else, the roof, before the end of the episode, and I'll cut away and do the rest of the building here. Okay, so yeah, and that can go there. Why not? Okay, so we've got all our points apart from this one here. Let's put another one of those in there. Okay, so we've got all those points. Now I want this floor to come out slightly, so the actual wall is going here, which is one out from the wall below. But hopefully that'll look structured enough to make it feel like it was supported well. It doesn't have to be supported, obviously, because it's Minecraft, and it doesn't have to be supported with the build style, but I should try and get it supported still. And I was thinking of maybe matching these up. So let's see what this would look like from the side instead. Maybe bring it out one more. No, I don't think I need to. Put some more of these on the end here. Yeah, maybe I've done all these the wrong way around. I might change that round in a minute. Let's have a look. No, I think that'll be too much. Having 2 rows of that might be too much. Might look like there's 2 houses on top of each other. But I'm going to leave it just as it is for now, just to remind me to test it out, and I can always change it again later. So I'm going to simply put the walls are going to go up, say 3 blocks. That would help if I did that the right way around. They're all just going to come up 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then in some places we're going to put white walls, and in some places we're going to put windows, but the majority of it is just like this. A nice simple repeating pattern just to get the walls right. I might even make it a little bit higher in the long term. It depends on the roof. Some of the roof tiles will bring it up, because I'm going to use an angled roof, so we're going to have slopes. So I'm going to need to fill in the gap for the slopes. And yeah, well, we'll see how this goes. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got some that will end up being windows, and I think maybe a window here would look cool. So let's have a 3 high window there. Why not? And then others will have struts like this, blocking them out. Maybe I should equal that out with another window here to keep the structure looking right. Yeah. And on this side, maybe the same again. Let's see. Because we've got a nice big route here, and we've got a nice big place to look out of. So maybe windows on the corners could be a thing. Looking out the corners, because then you would have a window that way as well. Having windows looking out like that, yeah, why not? And on the occasion, I might throw in a block that's crossing it over as well, just to give it a little bit more of a feel to it. So I'm just going to build out the rest of the area like this until we've got an idea. And then I'll get some pieces together to start on the roof. And then we fill the wall in up to the rooftop. Okay. First up, I've got to decide which angle things are going to go on. Because I'm going to have an angle for this rooftop. And the main area will have the biggest window side. And I think it's going to be peak there, coming down, peak coming down, and have the base of it down here. So for start off, before I start putting all that together, I think we need a little bit of something here. Would be nice if I could reach down there. I can reach that far. I'll have to come and do some more bits and pieces for this later. But for now, just to give us the idea of space, that's where this one would go. I still haven't put the windows in for everything yet, because I haven't got enough glass at the moment. Make some more glass panes in a bit. And then this would be the top of the roof. Okay, so My normal style would be cobblestone stairs and the spruce stairs. That building over there is all spruce on the rooftop. All spruce stairs. So I don't know if I should continue that theme or whether I stick to what I know best. Okay, so where to start? I've decided that the slopes are going to go from here up, so I need to define where the edge of that slope is. And I want to keep this glass as well. So I'm going to put some more wood down. Might keep that going as well. And then I'm going to have a cobblestone ring of stairs coming around here. Like this. And then we're going to have some spruce stairs going on like this to create the ceiling. And on the far edge, not this one in particular, on the far edge, we're going to have stone as well. But on this one, we're going to bring it and do the little technique that almost everyone uses these days, I think, to stagger up on the diagonal. Wonder if I want it to be that high. Yeah, I want it to be a straight roof, I think. You could sometimes put in some other blocks and bits and pieces to change the height of it, but I think I want this to be as peaked as possible because it's quite a big build, and this area here should be the rooftop area. So now I'm roughly in line with the rooftop there. I'll finish it off with something like that and then start working back down again. So that's a lot of placing of steps to get the rooftop in, and I'm not 100% sure that that is going to be good as a final look. So I'm just going to fill in a little bit over here just so that we can see it from an angle and see what it's going to look like, see the height of it and all that kind of stuff. And then if I like it, we can quickly finish it all off and do the whole thing. And we're going to need, let's do a different colour on the top run. There we go. Alright, now down in here we've got to try and get this to carry on going and also fill these in. So we'll be this way round, that way round, and this way round. And I don't know whether to mix it into that yet. I guess I'm going to have to filter it in, or I might just put some cobblestone here and make it look like this is just supporting and that dirt's grown on top of it. That'll do, I think. Yeah, that'll do. That's about right centre as well, yeah. So then we can fill in these bits and pieces to bulk it out. So that would go all the way up. That would go all the way up. We could have 3 blocks there and 1 block on the top. Like that, I guess. Actually, I'll do it from the angles. So we'll have it like that. And then we bring that post all the way down. We'll have a cut-off point there, and then have 3, and then pop one and go in up that way. And we go up this way, and bring that all the way down, and you get the idea. We stagger it a little bit each way so that it doesn't look quite so samey everywhere. It's got to have a little bit of a block pattern to it. And then we've got 2 more of those underneath that step. And then we would have these on here. And do I have one more? Yes, I do. Awesome. And let's block this in. And put another one on there. And then go take a look at what that looks like. It looks a lot of 3s though, doesn't it? So we're going to change that straight away. Let's make 2 in there instead. And a 3 above it. So, whoop, and we'll put that there instead, because it's not supposed to look too even. We want to change it up a bit, make it look a bit odd. Yeah, and maybe another one just there. Just because we got a slight beam there as well. Meh, I'll see. We'll mess around with that a little bit more. I can change that around a little bit during the course of tweaking it after the main building's done. Let's go and have a look, see if it looks any good from over here. Well, yeah, I think it's definitely got the potential. I think it's definitely looking the way it needs to look. I still need to figure on how to do those walls a little bit better, but for a start off, that's good. So that means that I put the work in now to finish off making the rooftop. There's a few little details on this roof over here which I quite like, which I'm not going to copy directly, but I think it needs. This has got little windows coming out the sides. I don't know if I want to do dormer windows coming out. I might have a look into it, but I think it needs to be a little plainer than that. Maybe on the opposite side, put in some sort of chimney stack. So from this side, it looks like a smooth roof, but from the other side, or from this side, you see a chimney stack just poking out over the other side of it. I might work on that and try and get a little fireplace, maybe in the corner by the edge there. That might work. Alright, I'm going to get on with this. Pretty much done now. Pretty much done. There's not much more to do apart from putting the chimney stack in. I left myself a little way to get up onto the roof to do this. I've decided to make it a cobble or andesite chimney stack. I've been around to put a few little extra details on. The walls do potentially still need a little something, but I'm not sure exactly what yet. So I'll mess around with that some more and have a look around at other people's builds as well and see what they've been doing. But I ended up bringing it to be much more straightforward. Yeah, very straightforward in its thing. I didn't quite like these two windows here though. The view from over there, I didn't quite like the windows, so I'm going to quickly change them out now. It does give me 2 more glass for elsewhere, but I'll just take these panes back because they didn't seem to stand out right. They didn't pop. They didn't look right from over there. These windows look fine from over there, but windows on this side don't look so good. And I wanted to do something with the big windows on here for looking out onto the distance, as it were. But I'm not sure how yet. Not sure how yet, anyway. Right, so I've got a little area up here that's going to be for the chimney stack, and I think I want to do it with some sort of like actual use as such. So let's just plonk one of these in the corner. So I'm going to make a couple of furnaces, probably only 3 furnaces, just to fit into the whole overall design of it. I've got to keep the ceiling here though, which means that somehow I've got to bring this down from there. So we're definitely going to have a 4 block there, because it's going to go up as a 4 block, and then we can't reach that high. So do we do like smooth andesite to base the inside part of it? Yeah, let's just throw some of this stuff in there. Let's block this off because no one's ever going to see that again. Yeah, and have maybe 1, 2 furnaces there. 2 furnaces or 3 furnaces. Might have a 3rd furnace, make it look like a furnace stack. That'll do. And then throw these in like that. There we go. And underneath, I'm not sure if I can get away without those being involved. I don't think I can. Okay, so we're going to have to build out with these blocks. Let's put some spruce slabs in there and it'll be done. Yeah. That'll do. That's a start anyway. I've got to just build up on the top there. I've still got these temporary like makeshift ladder getting up onto the roof here, just before I close it in finally. But we do need a little chimney stack here, and we've got space now for putting some more bits on here like this to make that work, and I can throw that in there. We're gonna do cobblestone on this bit though, so I'm just gonna quickly just bring it out all the way up here. Maybe that's far enough with those. We'll just do a bit of a cobble bring together there and then raise it up. Now the whole point of raising this up was to end up having a bit sticking out over the top, so maybe that's enough. And do I slab it or stair it? I think I'm going to stare it from this side. Just... Oh, actually, let's do it this way around. Stare it from this side and this side to give it another little peek. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a peek there. We've got no spawning platforms as well. There's nowhere for mobs to spawn on the actual roof itself, which is an important part of making roofs, making sure that mobs can't spawn on your roof. And if they can, then you're suck. You're suck. You're suckered. Right, okay. That's about it. Let's go. Oh, man. So glad I missed that wheel then. Wait, and up. This is another thing I've been doing, if you notice. I haven't done a lot of it, but I've done a few, because ran out of wool. But the little bit of wool I did have, I'll put down there. I've noticed there's a load of grey wool back at the storage area, though. So I might do a few more of those around and about the place. Just grey wool on the floor. It makes it look a bit gravelly, I suppose. Right, let's have a kind of a final look here, then. I could expand that one more, couldn't I? I could indeed round it off a little bit better than that, couldn't I? Let's do that. Let's throw these in like this. Could even have a little secret door behind the back there. But if I make it this big, then we've got more good-looking things going on. There and there. And we can put in some of that going on there, so it looks like it's smoothed into that place. There we go. And pop, pop, pop. I could potentially do something secretive around here, but nah, there's no need. Let's just throw all these in here like that. There we go. That looks a bit better. And it also fills the space in here a little bit better as well. Okay, so that's it. That's pretty much done. Apart from maybe changing these windows up slightly, which I still think needs doing. So, which way round are we going to go? We're going to take it, make it a 3 on these. I think that'll do us. I don't think we need to do too much more than that. And I've only got 3 actual panes. Awesome. Okay, let's put it there like that. Just to make it so that I've got a better view out of this window over this side. That's it. That's all. That's it. Okay, so thank you very much for watching another episode of New Eriador. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of a build this time round. We're messing about with finishing off the Watermill. I think it's just about done now. I'll probably spend, well, ages still looking at it and just messing around with odd little bits and pieces here and there. Just to tidy it up, like just give some little features here and there just to break up the boredom of it all. I do like that the chimney stack just sits out perfectly. That's right, that's good. Okay, I might put some shutters up here as well, try and do some shutter things just to give it a little more detail on these sides. But mostly that is it for this episode, folks. Thank you very much for watching an episode of New Eriador. I will see you later for another episode.